Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a get ready with me. I was getting ready for work, so I thought to record and put on the camera, so here we go. This is the I Love Essence eyeshadow primer that you guys already know I use constantly and I love it. I'm going to set that today using the Holy Grail palette by Voss and using the shade called Thanks a Latte. It's just a bare tone just to set that eyeshadow primer in place, just to make sure that all my rest of the colors are going to transition into one another. So we can have all our shades transition into one another. I'm going to take this shade called Bestie in that same palette and put that all over my entire crease. This is so that I can start everything and that all my shades will transition into one another. After that, I'm going to use that shade called Transition and put that all over the crease as well. I just wanted to build up my transition color because I like doing that just to make sure there's a soft gradient effect. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do here. I went ahead and picked up the color called Brownie Points and put that on the outer corner of the eye. I'm using a Luxie 229 tapered blending brush to add that on my outer corner. I went ahead and picked up the palette, the Sonia Kasuk Eye on Neutral Matte Palette, and I use that very warm brown shade. I'm just adding more intensity to my outer corner. Like I said, I just wanted to build up that gradient effect so that way everything can transition into one another. And I'm using that same Luxie brush. After, I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Glitter Primer and put that on the eyelid so that way the pigment that I'm going to use next will stick on better. And I'm using the new pigment from NYX Cosmetics called Constellation. It's a very nice cobalt blue color. It's super pretty. But as you can tell, there was a lot of fallout, and you'll see that I had to go back and forth with adding color and adding more pigment, adding more transition shade and my outer corner. But other than that, I think the pigmentation is really nice. I went back into that palette from the Violet Voss using the shade called Are You Kidding Me and blending that into my crease, but as you'll notice that the color starts coming off, so this is where I went ahead and added more pigment. You'll notice that I did have a little bit of fallout, so I'm cleaning that up right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and add more pigment. So I'm actually going to define my outer corner just a little bit. This is, I guess you would do like a cut crease, but I use the angled brush and I'm using that same shade, Are You Kidding Me, just to make sure I can define that outer corner. And I'm adding the shade Thanks a Latte that we used in the beginning as a brow bone highlight. For my inner tear duct area, I'm using the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow called Mermaid Sirene. I've used this multiple times in my previous tutorials, so this is a really vibrant blue or teal, whatever. It's in that blue family. But it's a really nice color. Next, I'm going to use a matte black from the Sonia Kasuk palette and just very adding that slowly to the outer corner. Just having a little bit of smokiness, not too much, just because I want it to be daytime appropriate. So I went ahead and added some liquid eyeliner. This is a matte finish. This is probably my favorite eyeliner at the moment. This is my second tube actually. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up some fallout once again. And then I'm using the MAC Oil Lotion Control and putting that as a primer. And then I moved on to the Dr. Brandt Pores No More just to blur out my pores. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me and putting that on the under eyes, on the forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and my chin. I actually missed the bridge of my nose. I don't know why I said that. Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my Morphe flat top brush. For foundation today, I decided to use the L'Oreal Infallible because it's hot And I really like this foundation. It kind of leaves me a matte finish. I don't really have to put so much powder to set it in place, but I do anyways just to prevent my oiliness to come through. I'm going to set my concealer and foundation with the RCMA No Color Powder. So I barely have any powder on here. I'm just taking the rest of the powder and setting my foundation in place. Like I said, I didn't put too much. I'm just using a Makeup Forever stippling brush. And this is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight in the color Opal. And I'm putting that right on the tops of my cheekbones. I love this. This has been part of my summer foundation routine so far. I mean, it just really leaves me an intense highlight. And then when I layer it with the powder, it's like even better. So I'm just going ahead and using that. And I'm going to use the Precious Petals from Wet n Wild as a highlight on top of that. And I'm using my trusty old NYC Sunny Bronzer. For blush, I'm using the Stilzze. This is a really big pan, and it's in the shade MB05. It doesn't have a name, it just has the letters and the numbers. And I'm using a Real Techniques stippling brush to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. This is a Makeup Forever eyeliner. It's just a black eyeliner, and I'm using that on the waterline. I'm not going all the way into the inner tear duct. Next, I'm going to use these 4 colors and mixing them and adding that on the lower lash line. I couldn't decide what color of lip to wear, so I went with this first one called Kiss the Dust from NYX. This is a full throttle lipstick, very creamy, applying on the lips, and then it dries to a matte finish, which I really like, very natural. And then I also have the purple one, which I ended up staying with. These are from Maybelline. The first color is Vibrant Violet and then Midnight Plum. That's the end of this Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys, and I will see you in another video. Toodles!